Alfie, starring Michael Caine, remade in 2004, starring Jude Law. I'm not sure how you feel about remakes. For me, they're mostly flops. Occasionally they're pretty good, and every now and then one is even better than the original. It's quite a clever remake, and they've managed to transport London 1966 to New York 2004 very well. And they've struck the right balance. Of course, Jude Law is English, and he has a bit of a throwback look going on. They've retained the mod style from the original movie and transferred it onto Jude Law, who seems to be channeling Sting from Quadrophenia a little bit. But I think it's great casting. I'm also a huge Jude Law fan, and of course we know well he looks fantastic in a suit. So we've got an interesting remake, a time transplant from the 1960s to modern day, a great cast, some very interesting suits to look at, and some very, very weird grading choice on the movie. It has an oversaturated, glowy look, which I do not like. Hi, I'm Michael, and welcome to my channel for the love of suits. If you're new here, we find inspiration on how to dress well from the best dressed men on the screen. We drop a new video every Thursday and shorts throughout the week. If you want to see my review of the Michael Caine version, please check it out. Also, you will find his key outfit in there was a navy blazer with some grey flannel trousers. 2004 Alfie's main choice is a black suit and a daring pink shirt. Now, I'm very much against black suits in general. Look great in certain circumstances only. They are not regular daily wear. And you can see the effect it has here on the pink shirt. The pink is loud and distracting and definitely marks him as a certain kind of person. So I would advise anybody to stay away from black suits unless you need it for a very specific reason. The other reason black suits are not great is they do tend to make you look like you're working in service. But as I said, they've held on to some of that mod style with the slim-fitting suit, the narrow lapels and the narrow neckties. I don't think it's very objectionable, and of course as Jude Law, he looks great. And despite the awful grading, we can later see the pink shirt without the black jacket, and it doesn't look so bright. I think if it was worn with a blue suit or even a grey suit, it wouldn't look too bad at all. But that black suit really makes it shine like a neon light. Now this suit I really like. It's a dark grey chalk stripe suit with quite a narrow gauge on the stripes. The lapels aren't too narrow, they suit him quite well, and the grey shirt is just a tad lighter, allowing for some contrast between the shirt and the jacket. And a dark grey necktie, which appears to be plain, but actually has stripes on it, reminding me a little bit of John Wick's necktie. But a chalk stripe suit is something that could go well in anybody's wardrobe. Whether you like to go casual or formal, whether you're young or old, whether you're wearing it to the office or you're wearing it to the pub or to the club, it is an excellent choice. If you're enjoying this video, then please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And better yet, if you're feeling a bit generous, become a member and check out our comments section. We have a great community there. And here later we see him wearing the same chalk stripe suit with a white shirt and black tie. A very skinny black tie, which I don't think were in fashion in 2004. But this shows, with a flexible suit, how a simple change of shirt can completely change the look. Now this is definitely a nightclub look. It's for a certain kind of person. I couldn't pull it off, but I kind of like it. He's wearing a black velvet jacket with a round neck t-shirt with a decorative scarf. I say decorative because I don't think it's that cold out. Like a pocket square, it's there for show rather than to keep him warm. And he finishes it off with a pair of black chinos for that all black monochrome look. And back to his go-to black suit, this time with a grey shirt. The grey shirt is a tone lighter than the black jacket, and this helps a lot. And the black tie offsets the shirt again. This is a much better look than with a white shirt for most guys, definitely better than that pink shirt. How outrageous does something have to be that when a black suit with a dark grey shirt actually tones it down a lot? And back to that fabulous chalk stripe suit. This time with a white shirt, open collar, no tie. It would look great if he wasn't huddled up like that in the freezing cold. This is why when the weather gets cold, you should have at least one key piece of outerwear. Okay, that's better. Here we have a classic trench coat protecting him from the rain and the cold. And today's video is sponsored by me. I have a style consultancy business through my website. You can find a link in the description below. What do I offer? Well, my speciality is, of course, tailored wear. Everything from sports jackets to three-piece suits. And everything in between, and especially the fabrics they are made from. Why would you need help? Perhaps you have a wardrobe full of clothes that you never wear and you don't even know if anything goes together. We can find out what goes well together and what you should keep and what you should ditch because it no longer works for you. Or you may be starting out and you want to know how to set up a nice wardrobe for yourself within a particular budget. So why ask me for my opinion? Well, my experience comes from over 10 years of working closely with tailors. I have had suits fitted and made for me from about €250 for a three-piece custom-fitted suit, and the cheapest Shanghai has to offer, all the way through many suits made from different fabrics from VBC to Huddersfield to Hardy Minis to Holland & Sherry, all the way up to my most expensive suit, over €2,000, also made in Shanghai by a very good tailor. On top of that, the rest of my knowledge comes from years of reading books by famous authors such as Simon Crompton, Hugo Jacome, and of course The Gentleman's Bible, Dressing the Man by Alan Flusser. And I have years of experience giving advice to people on how to dress and what is best for them. And I do not impress my own personal style on people. I find out what they want and give them the best advice to give them the wardrobe that they want to have. So check out the link for my website in the description below and see if I can help you strengthen your wardrobe. And here we have another decorative scarf. Okay, that's a big thick woolly scarf that looks like it's going to keep him warm. But London men and their scarves, it's a thing. I used to live in London and I've visited London many times over the last few years. London men really know how to pick a scarf. They pick amazing looking scarves that go very well with their outfits, whether they're wearing casual or formal clothing, and they really know how to tie knots. If you're ever visiting London, take a look and see for some prime examples of how men should wear scarves. London men have it all wrapped up. And in this scene we can see his white t-shirt, which is practically underwear, peeping out just above his trousers. This is a very sloppy look. I know it's intentional in the movie, as this is where things start to fall apart for Alfie, but make sure in real life this never happens. It doesn't impress anybody, it's not cool, it's a sloppy look. And here we have Alfie back in the classic black suit, white shirt, black tie. Again, it's not a great look, it's not very flexible. If you've made the mistake of thinking that you need a black suit for your first suit, I just say avoid, avoid, avoid. And here we have him once again back in that fabulous chalk stripe suit, this time with an open collar white shirt with contrasting buttons. As you can see from the different scenes he wears this suit in, it is extremely flexible. And as things go from bad to worse for Alfie, we see his wardrobe start to fall apart. Nothing wrong with being casual, but here layering has gone completely wrong. First mistake is he's wearing 5 layers. That is too many layers. Second mistake he's made, that your layers should go from the inside to the outside, from the finest fabric to the thickest, heaviest fabric. He's almost got it right, but the second last item he's wearing is the thickest and heaviest, and he has a lighter jacket on top of that. It looks a little awkward. But where he also gets it wrong is on the bottom layer. He's got a nice light fabric, but it is the brightest color, vying for attention, while at the same time just barely peeping out above the next layer. Either let them be seen or don't let them be seen. There is an art to layering. Try to keep it to 3 layers, lightest one on the inside, heaviest one on the outside, and definitely don't make the bottom layer the most attention-seeking. And here he has gone back to wearing that fabulous chalk stripe suit, this time with a white shirt buttoned up with a necktie. This not only shows how flexible a dark grey chalk stripe suit is, it shows how much better looking it is than a black suit with a white shirt and a black tie. So run out and get your chalk stripe suits now. Thank you very much for watching to the end. Really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. Also, if you haven't already, please check out the companion review of the 1966 version starring Michael Caine.